Hi, I'm Morgan Knull with Feed Your Genes, and I'm here today with.
Dr. Penny Kendall-Reed from generx.ca. Hi.
So, Dr. Penny, today I want to talk about snacking.
Mhm.
Many of us are now isolated at home and we're turning to food. So, help us understand what's the difference between the people who can have one or two chips and those who have to finish the whole bag.
Good question. Well, have you ever noticed that unfortunately it's never broccoli that we are craving? It's always the chips or the sweets. And it's with good reason. Fatty foods or savory foods and sweet foods, they stimulate the release of a hormone called dopamine, which is our reward hormone. They also increase the release of a hormone called ghrelin, which is our hunger and our food seeking behavior hormone. And then they also disrupt another hormone called leptin, which is a hormone which should come out to say, great, I'm done. I've had enough fuel sources here. Don't make me crave food anymore. So the mixture of these three hormones being off when we eat fats or sweets is what stimulates more food seeking behavior. And every time we eat them, we give our messages brain of fire that message, go find more food. And as we learned way back in high school biology, the more times you fire a pathway in the brain, you wire those paths together. And so it almost becomes a reflexive or an automatic thing. Now, what makes the difference between one person being able to eat one chip versus the whole bag? Genetics. We
Mhm.
know that there are a couple of genes which control these hormones, leptin and ghrelin and dopamine, and those are DRD2, FTO, and MC4R. So if people are heterozygote or variant for those genes, they can't put that one potato chip away. And unfortunately, that one potato chip leads them into wanting more and more and more.
Absolutely. Now, is this the same idea when people can't stop eating after dinner, even when they're not hungry?
Exactly. The big focus there is leptin. So, leptin again is a hormone which is released from our fat cells and it's released at the end of a meal or anytime we eat. And what it says to the brain is okay, I have enough fuel sources. I'm stable blood sugar level. Don't make me want to go look for food. And the reason it should be most prominent from 6 p.m. on is because we're not supposed to eat all night. We're supposed to go to sleep. But what happens is stress blocks the production of leptin, or those same genes again, MC4R and FTO, which regulate, and a gene called LEP for leptin, which regulates the production of leptin in people. When people are heterozygote or variant for that and they don't make as much leptin, their brain simply doesn't get that message, particularly from 6 p.m. on. And we know it, we've all seen it in our practices. There are people who are back in the fridge, back in the cupboard after dinner. They're full. They might not even like what they're eating, and they're still there eating it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can attest to having been one of those people before treating my genetics myself.
Me
Um,
too.
so it looks like we all might be inside for quite some time. What can we do about this?
So a couple different things we can do. There's one great supplement called TMC or Tri-Metabolic Control, know it well, by Douglas Laboratories, and it controls the regulation of both leptin, ghrelin, and another hormone, adiponectin. So it really helps to moderate the metabolism, but also those food cues from the brain. We can also look at boosting dopamine levels. So we can use tyrosine, or we can straight tyrosine, or we can use a product called Focus Plus by pure encapsulations. And that again will increase dopamine production. Exercise, though, great way to boost dopamine. 1 minute of jumping jacks has been shown to boost dopamine levels and steer us away from that fridge. But also, too, after working with you and all your incredible recipes with Feed Your Genes, I know that you also have some little tricks that can make people not crave the foods while still letting their taste buds think they've got a treat.
Absolutely. We have some little recipes for the sweet treats, I call them, that you can add on at the end of the meal if you're looking for that satisfaction. So what I've done is I've put about 6 of those recipes together, and I've added a link to this video so that everyone who's watching can enjoy those recipes too. And there's things like almond clusters and little chocolate bites, all really healthy fats and low to no sugar. So that's kind of what we're looking for.
Absolutely. And just a note on that, because I've used those and seen her recipes. These are not, they, although they taste like they should be triggering those hormones, they're not at all, because they're all the unsaturated fats and either sweetener substitutes, the stevias, or just very low glycemic. So good, healthy, legal treats.
Exactly. Yeah. I even have been known to sneak in some chocolate protein powder in there as a substitute. And there's, little substitutes that we love working with. So we're going to supply those recipes today. And we'll be back soon with another interview. And we'll see you then. Thank you so much, Dr. Penny.
Thank you. Bye.